If you are suffering with a chronic health condition, listen closely. The United States is 4% of the world's population, and we take 70% of the world's pharmaceutical medication. The World Health Organization, has us listed as the 40th country in the world on the health list. So we're not even in the top 10, not the top 20, not even the top 30. We're in the 40th position. And we take 70% of the world's pharmaceutical medication. What does that tell you? It tells you that our system of healthcare, which isn't really a system of healthcare, it's a system of disease treatment and management, because generally speaking, when you have a chronic health condition, they don't ask what the question what the cause is. They just name you and throw a drug to treat the end result, which is the symptom, without ever asking the question what the underlying cause is. What I want to talk to you about is called upper cervical specific. It's a specialty within the chiropractic profession that focuses on the top two vertebrae in the neck, and it can be the underlying cause for a whole host of chronic pain conditions and chronic health problems. Here's what happens. The head weighs 10 to 12 pounds. The vertebra it sits on, called the atlas, weighs 2 ounces. And the second vertebra in the neck is called the axis. It also weighs about 2 ounces. And inside of them is housed the brain stem. It's a neurological structure that controls most of the autonomic function in your body that you don't consciously think about. So if somewhere in the past you had a car accident, a sports injury, a slip and fall, or any type of blunt type trauma to the head, that can cause the top vertebra of the neck to dislodge and lock out of position and interfere with that most vital structure. So if you're suffering with any kind of chronic health problem, a really good place to look to solve it is the central nervous system, because that's what controls every single cell's function in your body. So if you're suffering, do yourself a favor, look up upper cervical chiropractor near me, get to one of these doctors so they can run you through a battery of tests and find out if you have a structural problem in the base of the skull that's interfering with the central nervous system, decreasing your body's ability to function properly, and causing a whole host of problems like vertigo, Meniere's disease, chronic headaches, neck pain, back pain, myofascial pain syndromes, a lot of times indigestion, brain fog. And that is not an exhaustive list, but is many of the things that we see in our office every day. The goal of these videos is to reach people like I was reached 30 years ago, although there were no videos at that time. I'm trying to disseminate information to reach people who are suffering, who have, gone through the medical system. They've been to 30 and 50 doctors and they haven't found any solution, because that was my story 30 years ago. And luckily I happened upon Blair Upper Cervical Chiropractic, got to the right person in the San Francisco Bay Area, got my upper neck corrected, and it changed my life forever. So I'm just paying it forward with this information. I hope this information gets to people that are suffering, and it changes your life forever like it did mine.